Everybody, man, I thank you, brother. Let's go to No Limit. Get back to the Eagles fans who are all fired up. Let's go to No Limit. He's not happy. No Limit.
Bro, you can,
right,
yo, bro,
ready?
you
No
can hear
limit.
me?
Set some parameters for you.
Bro, you can hear. Hold on. Wait. Before you get into the parameters, can you hear me when I say this?
I can hear you.
Fuck you, Mark Holmes. That's all I'm gonna say. Now go ahead, bro.
Yeah, I love Mark Holmes. Mark Holmes is a good
I love him too.
Hey,
He a good podcast.
No Limit.
Oh, I love it. Well, good morning, good people. Mark Holmes here with my buddy Cowboy Joe Boo, as well as Bucky the Beaver, and can't forget about the funky chicken. And as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. It is game day, week 13 in the NFL. We already have 4 games in the book, so it's a light schedule for today. There are a couple of games that do have ramifications for the Cowboys. We are currently sitting in the 9th spot. The 9th spot right now as we sit here today. However, if the Carolina Panthers that are 6-6 win against the Rams, they move into the 9th spot and we drop back. Currently, we have gone from magically in the last couple of weeks being a 2% chance of making the playoffs to now up to 19%. And I bet if the Cowboys get a victory against the Lions, it will grow even more. So that's huge. And the Lions right now, they're kind of beat up. Amon St. Brown, I believe, turned his ankle. Frank Ragna, that they were bringing back coming out of retirement. Turns out he's got a shredded hamstring and he's back to being retired. Their offensive line is definitely beat up and injured, and they're having a hard way to go. And we understand about injuries. I am not trying to make light of it, but injuries are part of the NFL. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. So, we'll see what we're going to see happens with the Lions and hopefully the Dallas Cowboys, which are as healthy as they've been all offseason, are doing good. Eagle fans, they're having a hard time. A lot of y'all don't know that Philly 500. Here's what's actually amazing. Let me give you a little story here because we can relax this morning. How Philly 500 and I became friends. It's actually because of Cop Pizzle. I know it's hard to believe, but because Cop Pizzle was literally trolling me and Philly 500, he did a video that said that there's a lot of YouTubers out there that are overrated. And he pointed out Philly 500 and me. And so that brought us together because we were both like, who's this freaking idiot? And why is he talking? I've been over here in my little bubble and world and all that. Everything's good. Now some jackass that's a Giant fan comes in here and starts calling us overrated. And so me and Philly 500, that's where we actually became friends. And we actually got to know Cop Pizzle and stuff from that. But him and I have been frenemies ever since. And so we've been texting a lot. Philly 500 has been humbled. He has really been humbled, and this is really bothering him. Now, he's on the West Coast, so he's 3 hours behind me. So we were texting, and it was like 11:30 at night and stuff, and I fell asleep. And when I woke up this morning at 7 o'clock, I responded to his last thing, and I said, your team sucks. And he immediately texted me back. So I'm sitting there thinking like 7 minus 3. I said, that's 4 a.m. And I said, where's my phone? And I literally said, hold on, let me go back here. Because I forgot what I said. Damn, this is a whole diatribe. I said, I fell asleep. It said, it's still football, because we were talking about how all the games stink tomorrow. He said, all day and all night. And I was like, he said, I was up late rewatching this debacle. And this is 4 a.m. I said, damn, dude, when do you sleep? I said, it won't get better watching it a second time. Twisting the knife. He said, I went to bed around 11, woke up at 3:30, and I'm trying to get some more sleep after the game is done. So it's 6:30 a.m. and I'll go back to sleep, wake up at 9:30, get ready for football. I average 4 to 5 hours sleep a night. I never slept much. Okay. He said, I've never slept much more than that unless I'm not feeling good or something is up. I'm not getting any better by rewatching it, but I missed a lot of when I'm streaming, and I'm seeing a lot that confirms what I thought. And I said, you mean your team stinks and the coaches suck? I mean, the coaches offensively are a problem. They have made no adjustments all year. They literally have not tried anything consistently. See, it's a problem. They don't do anything different. I mean, I'm watching the same shit all year. Like, when they're, what is wrong with them? Is this an arrogance thing? I really can't figure it out. I watched the last 3 games, Detroit, Dallas, and the Bears. Every time they go up tempo, they go right down the field and score. They score easy, then they go away from it. That's one example of the blatant refusal to change. It reminds me of Chip Dip Kelly not running shady because he made Chip look bad. See, Sirianni is running his offense. Kellen Moore had to run it. Now Patillo. Moore was more smart enough to adjust to Patillo's game than Patillo is. Either has no clue or believes that in this offense. It's impossible to evaluate Hurts the way you need to because he is hamstrung by the offense. Owner has to step in and strip Nick of any say in the offense this offseason. People blame the OC, but it's really the head coach. Yeah. The Eagles are literally keeping Philly 500 up at night. It's just bad. And I dare say that there's some people right now that are changing their perspective of the Dallas Cowboys. And I hope that can continue, but the only way that's going to continue is for the Cowboys to continue winning. And this is another opportunity on Thursday, another primetime game where everybody is watching for Dak Prescott to make a case to be MVP and to take another step towards the playoffs. If you win, you move up to at least the 8th spot. If you lose, your chances kind of start fading again. So today, we have the Rams versus the Carolina Panthers. We should all be Ram fans today. And Carolina loses, we stay in the 9th spot. We are all Sador Sander fans today because we want to see the Cleveland Browns beat San Francisco. That would be helpful because we need that spot or we need Green Bay's spot. There's Houston, Indianapolis, no effect for us whatsoever, other than did Indianapolis peak too soon, and is Daniel Jones with a fractured leg, going to be able to make it through the season? You got New Orleans and Miami, loser bowl, although Demario Davis is not a loser. Atlanta, New York, Jets, snooze fest. Arizona, Tampa Bay. I guess you're going to root for Arizona because just to keep Tampa Bay down, just in case. Jacksonville, Tennessee, who cares? Minnesota, Seattle. You would be rooting for Minnesota because we need to have either Seattle or the Rams or the 49ers kind of drop back to us. So you're rooting for Minnesota. Chargers, Raiders. Never been a Chargers fan, so screw the Chargers. Buffalo, Pittsburgh. I guess we're rooting for Pittsburgh because we need Pittsburgh to be good to beat, I think, the Lions later on. And then we have Snooze Fest, the Commanders against Denver. And Momo's already said they're going to lose by 40. And then we have the Giants versus the Patriots. Another bad game. So that's where we are. But here's what I enjoy doing. I enjoy when people have to do the walk of shame and admit that they were wrong about the Cowboys. Just listen to this. Stephen A. Smith.
Stephen A. Smith, Cam Newton, Ryan Clark, Courtney Cronin. We know Dallas made a statement yesterday, but so did you on social media. I'm going to give you the floor here.
I'm trying to figure out, Courtney, I thought Stephen A. Smith said he was going to send me a tweet publicly apologizing and telling the entire world that I was correct. I never saw that tweet, Stephen A. Is my phone broken?
No, mine's is.
Oh. But you made a promise, though. You made a promise.
Yes, which is what, so I thought it would be even better to come on national television.
Sound like an excuse.
And say, with the camera, my bad. RC was right. Looks like a prophet right now. I mean, I have to say, we stand down. Thanksgiving was his day. Every prediction he made was right on the money. Nothing but love for you. When my new phone gets up working and I connect to my X account, I'll make sure to tweet it again. All right? I'll give it to you, but I'll say this. Enjoy it. Enjoy the moment. That's what I'm going to tell you. Enjoy the moment, because there ain't going to be many. Let's go.
You did ask if we were going to show your highlights, and of course, we delivered.
I just wonder, are we going to continue to show how many times I was actually right yesterday?
Don't push it. We'll see how today.
Well, there's only 3 games. There's only 3 games. I mean, you got 3 times. You got 3 times.
All right, let's get right into it. Go into that Dallas Cowboys game. They outlasted the AFC champions from Kansas City.
Okay.
Stephen A., what kind of statement did you see from Dallas last night?
Well, I thought it was a profound statement. They're going up against Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs. Just give credit where credit is due. Just after beating the Philadelphia Eagles, they didn't rest on their laurels. They showed up on Thanksgiving Day and showed out. Accumulated 457 yards of offense. That's a season high allowed by the Kansas City Chiefs, scoring 31 points. That tied for a season high allowed by the Kansas City Chiefs. We know they had 10 penalties. We know they had like 5 pass interference calls and all of this other stuff. We get that part. But in the end, Dallas is just reminding us that their offense is prolific. It is Super Bowl caliber. It is led by Dak Prescott. These brothers in Pickens and CeeDee Lamb are no joke. We knew that CeeDee Lamb wasn't going to have another game like he had Sunday against Philadelphia. He wasn't going to drop passes this go round. He balled out. We give them their respect where it's due. We give RC his respect where it's due. Went up to the board looking like Orange Crush, with the orange suit and all of that, and told us all, what was going to happen. I thought that the Chiefs could still get them, but in the end, the Dallas Cowboys deserve a lot of credit on this day. But having said that, I'd just like to caution RC and everybody else. It's important to bring this up. Dak Prescott wins games in September. He wins games in October. He wins games in November. And in December, my God, he wins like 72% of his games. And then January arrives. and that is when.
All right, we'll leave it right there. So here's where we actually have maybe some good news, too. I kind of said this. I know I am Joe the fan that's either in my basement or here at the Red Brick House. I'm not an insider. I don't have the contacts. I don't get to interview Jerry Jones or Stephen Jones and things like that. I'm just Joe the fan. And I'm blessed to actually be able to be here and have everybody who watches that do. And I'm thankful for everybody. But I do from time to time have some things that are correct. And when everybody said Diggs will never play another game for the Dallas Cowboys, I said, here's the reality. If you're Trayvon Diggs, you go back from when you got paid, and then the next year, 3 games, 4 games in, you mess up your knee. You miss that whole season. You come back and you're not quite right. And you kind of limp through the season until you finally end up being injured on the other knee at the end of that season. You then have conflict with the Cowboys that say you weren't working hard enough on rehabbing. And you basically, both of you, are hunching up, at each other and trying to prove who's the bigger person. And in the end, it ended up hurting both of you because he wasn't ready to come back, but he was determined to come back to go ahead and show the Cowboys that he had been doing the work to get back on the field and so on. The Cowboys should have recognized that it takes time to come back from that kind of a knee injury, of course, and shouldn't have forced the issue. So instead, we get a guy out there who looks completely lost and unsure of the leg. So you're looking at now 2.5 years of bad tape. Make no mistake about it. The Cowboys are done with Diggs. Okay? At least that's my assumption. The Cowboys are done with Diggs. I just can't see where there's a road for him to come back. The Cowboys can make him a post-June 1st cut and get $15.5 million. That $15.5 million would be the cap hit, would be more than the cap hit to bring back George Pickens. You can get George Pickens here first year of the contract for about $10 million, $8 million, 8-10. So you want to say, oh, we don't want to pay George Pickens, but we'll hold on to Diggs. I don't think that's going to happen. But what he has to do is show people that he's still a viable cornerback to get his next contract. He doesn't want to, excuse me, I'm choking like the Eagles. He doesn't want to go out in free agency with 2 years of bad film. Stephon Gilmore had decent film last year and is viable and still don't have a team. So if Diggs can't show that he can play, he's not getting veteran minimum. And that's not a guy who was used to $20 million a year wants to do. Not with all the babies he's got. So it behooves him to come back and be a solid citizen. And why you should look for him to actually come back and make some noise. He's had enough time to really rehab his knee and get into shape. And now he's got better people in front of him that he doesn't have to do quite as much. And this could be a good thing for both sides. He gets the opportunity to audition for somebody else, and while he's doing that, he's helping the Cowboys. That's a win-win, and I love that. Speaking of Stephon Gilmore is kind of like, this is a really good team, and, you know, if they make the playoffs, hey, I'm available here. Hello? Yeah. So he's looking to say, let me get on the bandwagon with you guys. So, yeah, there's some options out here for the Cowboys. The bottom line is this. The Cowboys have a chance this Thursday to bury the Lions and start moving their way up a piece by piece. And the way you can look at this and say it's kind of crazy because 3 weeks ago, we were in the 12th spot. We're sitting here at number 9, and we can get to number 8 next week. And then who knows what happens. The Eagles, man, they're calling for firing the coach, benching Jalen Hurts, who's the best quarterback in football. Wasn't he rated a top 5? Top 5? Oh, okay. Didn't they have Dak somewhere around 17? Oh, okay. And speaking of that, here's how we're going to finish up today. I'm going to go to Rich Eisen because this was what's more likely to happen before the Thanksgiving game.
Going to be 3 really fun games, I believe.
Okay.
Let's start right off the bat.
Let's see how they did.
More likely, the team with the best chance to win the NFC North. Packers or Lions?
Uh-oh, my graphics are messed up. Hold up.
I'm going to go Packers.
That tie, huh?
Well, no, they've already beaten the Lions once, and they haven't played they haven't played the Bears yet. Now the Lions have played the Bears and they 50-burgered them, so they do have that one up. But they've got one on the Lions here, and they're also a half game in front of the Lions. And we have seen the Packers stroll into Detroit and ruin the Thanksgiving in recent memory, have we not?
We have.
So, and they've got a better defense, or more consistent, healthier. How does that sound? I mean, Micah and Aiden Hutchinson are 2 defensive player of the year monsters. But outside of that, I think the Packers have a better collective right now. So I'll go Green Bay. What else?
Should be really fun between these 2 offenses, I believe. More likely to be the higher total. Jahmyr Gibbs total yards.
Whatever it is, I don't know. I don't even know what the next.
A, whatever it is, A.
Whatever it is.
Or Jordan Love passing yards.
Enough.
Wait a second. Oh, that's
Jordan Love has been under 180 the last 3 games. No touchdowns in 3 of the last 4 games. Jahmyr Gibbs, if you want his total yards totals of late.
I think Jordan Love is going to have a good day, though.
172, 146, 264.
Dude. So Gibbs has out-totaled him the last couple of weeks, right?
Yeah, 2 of the last 3 weeks.
I'm going to drop the bit, and I'll go with Jordan Love just because, again, passing yards. it's pretty significant to have the amount of scrimmage yards that Jahmyr Gibbs has had.
Yeah, he's been on a heater.
He's running away from people.
He's been on a heater.
What else?
Let's go to Dallas. TJ. More likely pass catching duo to combine for more yards and touchdowns. Kelsey, Rashee Rice, or the 88s. George Pickens.
The 88s.
And CD Lamb.
Pardon me. Irv is like taking a magic marker and then completing the 3 to make an 8, and then drawing another 8.
Troy should let him wear 8.
It's like Kill Bill, the crazy
no.
88s. Let's go.
I'll go
more yards and touchdowns.
I'll go Pickens and Lamb. Rice is questionable right now.
No, Rice had a good game.
He was cramping, or was that a hamstring or something? I'll go Pickens and Lamb. They've been on fire lately. What else?
It's gonna be pretty
And
fun.
we don't retire numbers, so he technically could find a way.
Oh, that's true. He could just he could wear 8.
Okay.
That's true. Or likely the higher number. How about this one? People who watch KC Dallas in millions.
Okay.
Or total points scored in the game.
I'll go total points scored in the game.
The total's 52.5 right now.
I'll go total points scored in the game. I mean, 50 million is a tall order.
Yeah, it's
But I think it will reach it. But I think this is just going to be as advertised. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be filled with wow moments. I can't wait for it. But we have to.
at least 25.
Yeah, like what?
What's more likely? It happens now, or we have to
26
wait
hours or something like
I'll
that?
go. I will go total points in the game.
Okay. Shootout tomorrow.
How about that?
That's fun. All right, in the nightcap, another slobber knocker. These two teams played last year, I think, over 70 points in both games. Is it more likely Joe Burrow looks like an MVP and the Bengals win, or Derrick Henry runs wild
That was
and a Ravens
crazy.
blowout?
Oh, I'll go. Derrick Henry runs wild and the Ravens blow out.
Nope.
And that has nothing to do with Joe Burrow's abilities.
He was
or
2
my
of 1.
belief in him,
I mean, 2 and 1.
My love for watching him play, and my thankfulness that he is that guy that we heard in the very first segment of saying, I am a football player. I play football. I do not care how many wins or losses my team has for me to make a decision about coming back. I love playing football. I'm not worried about playing football because I am a football player. I love all of it. It's one of the many reasons why I'm thankful for him and thankful that he is choosing to play on a Thanksgiving night to make this game far more interesting. But that said, Derrick Henry against this defense is a recipe for Thanksgiving eats. Certainly since Lamar.
So much for those predictions. All righty, good people. As always, I appreciate you all. And got a little bit to do before we get ready for the games. We'll be here at 1 o'clock. And hopefully you'll be joining us. I know it's going to be a snooze fest Sunday. But I got a few Christmas lights and stuff I need to get on here before the games. As always, I appreciate y'all, and I will see you soon. Peace.